This podcast is sponsored by CompareTheVet247.com, your AI-powered vet finder.
So, COVID's a nightmare, and we're trying to fund a lot of already invested cash that's already gone into that business, and keep everyone's mortgage.
Yeah, so keep Newton Aycliffe, which was 4 years established by this point, afloat. And so by this point, the relationship between my parents and I had broken down. So I borrowed some money and gave them what I owed, what was left of what I owed back.
So you've cleared the debt now?
Cleared the debt.
Okay.
With them, incurred it with the bank, which is what I probably should have done in the first place.
Yeah, you get less complaints from the bank.
But yeah, it left a bit of a bitter taste because essentially they saw Newton Aycliffe as their clinic. So
the parents did?
Yes. So they believed that belonged to them and I worked there. And that was never the agreement.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was saying, do you want your money back? No.
What?
Leave it invested. And it was because it was doing so well.
Oh.
So they bullied and badgered me for 4 years. Well, want my money back, want my money back, want my money back. So when I said, do you know what? Take it then, have it back. No, leave it invested. Because it was now making good money. I was like, no, that ship has now sailed.
So you viewed it as like borrowing money from your parents.
They were the bank of mum and dad.
Yeah, standard.
Yeah.
But they actually thought they were investing.
They didn't. They knew they were loaning the money until they saw how successful it was. And then they changed their mind.
That makes it slightly, with respect, sound unscrupulous.
It was.
Oh, okay, good. I'm glad we agree. Because it is certainly...
And that's why we fell out. Because I was like, whoa, this was not the agreement.
Right.
But obviously, with it being my parents, I didn't think to get an agreement written and signed. So they were then saying, well, this is kind of how it is. They'd also insisted on becoming shareholders, and they were majority shareholders because rather than it being them have 50 me.
This is your mum and dad?
Yes, I know.
No, I'm saying you've got a step-parent in involved.
No, biological parents. My solicitor actually asked me that. You're their daughter, right? I was like, yes, biological daughter.
The reason I'm saying that is because I am a step-parent, and you instantly get if I was looking at that, I'd go, is there a step-parent? Is there a stepdad here who's an arsehole, for want of a better word? Mm-hmm. But they're not.
No. I told you, money changes people. But what they were claiming was theirs was me. The business isn't this Ming Dynasty vase that's got a certain value. It's me. I am the business. Take me out of it, you've got nothing.
That's quite a common theme in 2025. Though.
Yeah.
A lot. Like, and I include myself in that statement. Mm-hmm. I am the business.
Yeah. Because it is the people. It is the ones in there doing the work. It's the relationships.
Yeah.
It's the knowledge. It's the experience. It's the hard graft. Take the people out of it, what you got. A few bits of metal and a few sheets of paper.
I heard a similar story this year that I found was really interesting from a board of directors for a company who shall remain nameless, who I know, who essentially the advice from the directors there, the directors are the business. You need to stand on the side of the directors as they are the business instead of standing with the staff and the team. I found that fascinating that they were asked to pitch in the directors' camp or the team camp, because the business is not the directors. The business is the team, because they're the ones.
Well, they're two different teams, aren't they?
Yeah.
You've got the managerial team and the operational team, and both are necessary for
But
running
in your case, like the directors in this story have no involvement in the business. They're like your parents.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this bit over here, this is the business.
Yeah.
Everybody who's a manager, whatever, you're just a bank of investment.
Yeah.
And you decide where you are with the bit that actually is the business. The team is the business.
Yeah.
You are the brand. Take you away from it. It's like taking the Apple logo off. It's just a big black screen with nothing in it.
Yeah.
So that's got to have been tough then. Like,
it was
emotionally.
the worst period of my life.
Really?
Here I am. I'm a new mum. Mm-hmm. My husband was working away, and I want him home. So I've come up with a plan, a very reasonable, feasible plan, and to get him back so that we can be a family. And rather than support me and help me make that a reality, they've been anything but helpful. So yeah, and that should have been a time where we sat together and came together, but it actually did the opposite.
What do you put it down to? This is a big word coming, or a swear word.
Yeah.
What do you put it down to, though?
I think inability to communicate because of emotional immaturity. And
so you put it, the misunderstanding you put down to a communication problem.
Well, I was trying my best to communicate.
But I'm gonna pick this. Right?
Pick away.
Okay, because I need to understand it, and the only person who's going to understand it is you. There is no way on God's earth that with say for instance one of my daughters where they say lend me 90 grand and I give them the 90 grand and then I say, okay, I might say I want my 90 grand back, but I want your business.
Yeah.
That is my building, whatever. I can't see how mentally I can justify that.
So
how do you think they justified that in their minds?
Because they don't see me as a person, they see me as a commodity, as an object that they own. And they wanted control of that commodity for their own gain.
Shit.
Yeah. But I'm a free spirit.
Did you ever whiff of that? No shit. Did you? I mean, did they know who they were dealing with?
I know.
I mean,
I've spent my whole life being underestimated, though. So.
I know, but it's great being underestimated.
Yeah,
especially
it's my superpower.
When you just wipe the floor with them.
Yeah, they don't
and
see me
stand back
coming.
and laugh and rub your hands together. But they knew you.
They thought they knew me.
They clearly didn't.
No, they didn't.
Wow.
Because I spent my life conforming to what they wanted me to be. But then
And then you got unleashed.
And then I got unleashed.
Yeah, and they thought that they tried
to cow me into submission, and it backfired massively.
So the money and the investment in the business was their way of controlling you when you were at home.
Yeah.
That's controlling on a very worrying
It is.
level.
It's financial abuse. And it's emotional and psychological, controlling coercive behaviour. There's a word that gets flung around all too often, but in this case, I mean it in the genuine sense. Narcissism. Yeah, narcissistic personality disorder.
So at the point where you've cleared that debt because you've kind of gone, enough is enough, that problem goes away?
It did for a little bit.
Well, you cleared the debt now.
Yeah. But narcissists don't like to be beaten.
Do they still see the kids?
Nope.
Did they ever see the kids at that point?
No. That was the cessation of our relationship.
What's the relationship with Aaron like?
Their relationship with Aaron?
Yeah.
Oh, it was all his fault.
Oh, the whole thing's his fault?
Yeah, because
everything?
He took me away from them.
Oh, you really are a commodity.
Mm-hmm.
So he's completely to blame for it?
In their eyes.
Right.
And he got blamed, and he was the problem, and he was the reason that filling my head with all kinds of silly things. And
Well, you can think for yourself.
Yeah.
Them silly things.
That's why it's so funny. Like, come on, you can't control me.
Well, I think if you look at it from an outside view looking in, you appear to, in some narcissistic way, like to be told it can't be done, you can't do it, you're going to fail.
Yeah.
Because this is a red rag to a bull.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah.
And if somebody said, "You go, girl," it's not the same as saying that you're not going to make that, Sarah. Don't be stupid.
Yeah.
You're not good enough.
Don't believe me, just watch. But that was the darkest time in my life. It was horrible.
And do you speak to your parents now?
No.
Completely cut off?
Completely cut off. They actually tried to take me to court to say that the business was theirs.
Good luck on that court.
They lost.
Shocker. Mm-hmm. Oh dear.
It was horrible. But I learnt a lot.
Didn't you?
Yeah, and came out stronger. And it was testament to mine and Aaron's relationship because...
Survived it.
Survived it, yeah.
That's massive. That's absolutely... And if anything, you probably become more reliant on one another as a family. And, you know, it's one of those things that if you can survive, essentially...
If you can survive that, you can survive anything.
Essentially getting shafted by your own parents.
Yeah.
Then... Because that's so unexpected, I would have thought.
To me too, that's why I was so confused. Because when I became a mother...
Did you say hello, wrong number? I don't think you're suing.
Yeah, well, it was when I became a mother, I used to then say in my head the things that my own mother said to me and imagined me saying that to my son. And it used to make me feel sick.
Yeah.
Because I was like, that was my benchmark. I always knew it was not a healthy, happy relationship. And I was constantly walking on eggshells and trying to appease sort of like her wants and needs and be the perfect daughter. But when I then became a mother myself and I had that benchmark, that level of kind of, this is what's normal, this is okay and this is not okay. And that was when I was like, that's it, that's enough, can't do this anymore.
So it's sort of like, it's the list of, these are all the things how not to be a parent. If I do anything else but those things, I'll be fine.
And in a weird way, they have taught me how to be a good mum.
Just do the opposite.
Yeah. And just, it's made me really conscious of the way I talk to my children, the decisions I make as a mum, because, like, you are their whole world. And I want my children to feel unconditional love from me.
The same as the pets at the start of the story. Love that.
But yeah, it's definitely cemented. Aaron and I, one thing we don't always agree, but one thing we've never disagreed on is parenting. We are on the complete same.
Who leads the parenting? Yeah.
We have very different roles. It's a dynamic.
Who's the good cop and bad cop?
I would say Dad's the disciplinarian.
Yeah.
Mum is the comfort, but Dad's the playful dad. He rough and tumble, playing basketball.
It's the way it should be.
Yeah, it's very traditional.
This sounds standard to me. I mean, this
it's
sounds
very
like...
traditional, and like we're both feminists, but it's just because that's kind of how it naturally goes. Like we just fall into our sort of natural parenting roles.
Right.
But I do the disappointed mum very good.
Disappointed mum?
Yeah. So
I'm not angry, I'm just upset.
Yeah, because sometimes, and it depends, sometimes the disappointed mum thing falls on deaf ears and we need the disciplinarian dad to step in. And then other times the disciplinarian dad approach doesn't work, so then I have to do the disappointed mum. And yeah, we have to kind of...
It's a tool in the box for every...
Yeah, we have to feel it out. And sometimes you just like, there's nothing...
There's no manual for it.
Exactly.
There's no manual for it.
But yeah.
And doing all this at the same time as being a vet, being a founder, having two businesses, having ridden the personal trauma wave the size of a mountain... Made pretty tough stuff, you.
Yeah, I'm resilient. I wouldn't say
Is that what's going on our tombstone?
Yeah, resilient.
Fuck, resilient. Right?
Yeah.
Right. No shit.
Just because I say this to my son, like, winners don't quit and quitters don't win. You can't just give up. Like, have a moment of weakness. Cry if you feel sad. Like, have
and then bootstrap and move on.
Experience those emotions, but having negative emotions doesn't mean you've got a bad life. Like, it's like everything, there's a spectrum. So you can't expect everything to go your way and everything to be good and to feel happy all the time. That's not how life goes. Yeah. Like, life is hard and it is unfair. Why do people expect it to be fair? Who promised you that? Because it's a lie. And like, life is shit. And I'm not going to feel sorry for myself. Yeah, it was a real shame what happened with me and my parents. But I'm accountable for like I could have handled it differently. I could have done things differently, but like I was a lot younger then, and I was postpartum, and I was on my own. My husband, well, to be, we weren't married at that point, but like if that set of circumstances arose now, I would handle it completely differently. But because I'm older and I know different things,
Yeah, but you've got to,
like you can't live your life like that. Yeah, you can't live your life like that. Like, and I would like to think whether narcissists are capable of that introspection. I don't think they are, but I would like to think there are moments that they thought, do you know what, I wish I hadn't have said that and I shouldn't have done that. But that's for them to deal with. But I've overcome it. I've learned from it. I'm a better person. I'm a better parent, and I think that's something that a lot of people struggle with. They just can't get over things and let the shit bits go. Take from it the good.
Are you letting it go, or are you putting it in boxes?
I put it in. It was a grieving process. It's a bereavement, isn't it? I've lost the relationship with my parents.
So do you think you put it in a box, you've compartmentalised?
Nah, I think I went through a really hard grieving process. It took me years.
And have you shelved it?
Sometimes I revisit it, but every time I do...
you revisit it?
Nostalgia. And just...
Bit of a cry and move on?
Yeah.
Taking your own advice?
Yeah. You can't bury grief. You've got to go through it. You can't. You have to process it, otherwise it creeps up and bites you on the ass. And I want to be the healthiest person I can be for my children. I don't want my children having an emotionally interrupted mother, because it will affect them in the long term. So I very much see myself as a shield to my children. Like, as long as there's breath in my body, I'm not going to let lessons of the past touch them. Like, I'm not going to let that happen. I will bear that burden. And I think that's the leader in me. I do that with my team. Like, COVID, yeah, don't worry, guys, we'll handle it. Like, you just put your trust in me, we will get through this. Same with my children. Put your trust in me.
So is it fair to say then, based on that the connection between your personal life and your professional life is very much intertwined?
It has to be.
That all the good, bad and indifferent literally are doing this. They're literally interlinked.
Yeah, because I'm a human being.
So you are the same person at work as you are at home?
100%. Because
and you think that your clients, the pet owners, you see that passion is real because it is. Well, it is the real
genuine.
you.
Yeah. Like, I'll never forget, I used to feel like exhausted after a day at work because I felt like I was putting on an act, the professional act.
That
like,
vet picture, that smile.
Like pretending to be somebody I wasn't. And then I started getting to know my clients really well, and then I started like testing the waters, like throwing in the odd little swear word, see how they'd react.
Yeah, see if you're a real human being.
Yeah, like, and then I found that they warmed to it and they liked it, and then they became more comfortable with me, and then we could have really candid, honest conversations, like
icebreakers, like.
Yeah. And then now I've got some clients who are like really true, honest, great friends. And I think that's why Sore Paws is doing as well as it is, because
you're real people.
You're real people, and we've got heart, and you can come in and you can cry and say, like, I've got no money, but my cat's dying.
Don't
what
say
do I
that
do?
on the podcast. They'll be coming and asking for freebies.
I don't do freebies, but we can have really productive conversations where they don't feel guilty, and we actually get somewhere where the pet is getting what it needs, even if it is just a case of a shot of steroid. It's not ideal, but if that's all the client can afford, and it means the cat's going to get some reprieve, and that's why I won't put my price up. We've done a price increase twice in 10 years, because I believe wholeheartedly that everybody with a pet should be able to come in and see a vet and at least get a pain relief injection. I don't want to make veterinary care inaccessible. Like,
isn't that what people using the PDSA and things like for?
It totally gets taken advantage of. They're so oversubscribed. Like, it's not fair. Like, but people are always going to have pets, and nobody expects that their pet's going to get this disease or that
Oh,
accident.
mine's insured to the hill.
Yeah.
I work in the
but even
industry.
then, insurance isn't a blank check. It's not guaranteed. Like, you have to be prepared to provide your pet with what they're going to need in terms of healthcare. But that can look like many different things. It could be a case of, yeah, it's not ideal that your dog's got allergies and they need to stay on long-term steroids. They have lots of side effects, but they are cheap and they do alleviate the symptoms. It shortens their life expectancy when they're on it long-term, but if that's all the client can afford, it's better than nothing, isn't it?
I think a lot of people, to be fair now, in this day and age, they'll wait 12 years for a heart transplant or something terrible, whereas, we're taking that TV straight off the wall for my dog.
Yeah.
And I think that's who, I don't know, I think that's who genuine animal lovers are.
Yeah.
'Cause I see myself as that. People go, you just work in the industry, so,
Oh, no, I love animals. They never lie.
Well, to be honest, from my point of view, and it's probably not something that you see, and please let's not mention my other job, right? Let's just clarify that, and that company name. This is not about that. But from my point of view personally, I always look at my job as, as much as I like to switch off from a lot of people, I like the people I like.
Yeah.
But then sometimes just like, it's a bit much, to be honest, and you do kind of need space yourself. If it came down to, in my industry, when somebody rings up and they have a technical problem, there's a dog on the table, that means something to me. Mm-hmm. Because essentially, it sounds like a cliche, we support vets, but we do. Mm-hmm. And if you don't like animals, I don't want to know you.
Yeah.
It's got to be genuine. You can walk into my office right now and there's no pictures of kids on the desk, it's all dogs. And that's genuine. And that's because that is, I was never clever enough to be that vet. And I couldn't have mentally coped with it. Mm-hmm. I would have no chance. I'm a wreck. Right? Something goes wrong with my dog. And I'm like going in the vet's front door. They know me. I know them, right? I looked after the X machine for a very long time.
Yeah.
And I literally walked past reception. And they're like, sorry, who are you? Where are you going? Shut up. Right? I am the worst. I'm the worst. I would literally walk through and go, where is he? And this, stop what you're doing. Everybody stop what you're doing. My dog. You're my friend. I look after you for the last 10, 20 years. This is your priority right now. And I am the worst arsehole you've ever met, customer. Because I know him. Because it's my passion. Because, would I give up one of my kids to my dog? Yeah. Absolutely.
So many people say that. Yeah, so many people say that.
And it's true because unconditional love.
Yeah.
I say that. You're the first person I've come across when I've gone, animals, my pets, unconditional love. You're the first person ever in 20 years of me knowing it who has said it back to me before I've said it to them. Mm-hmm. But that is the thing.
Yeah.
It is the thing. And that's really interesting. But yeah, you're either an animal lover and genuine about it, or you're not. And people can tell that.
Yeah. And animals, you don't have to. That's another reason why I love being a vet. Everybody's got an animal story, even if they don't have pets.
Yeah.
Like, animals are part. We share this planet with other animals. We are animals. Like, it's something that even if you don't want to have a pet dog or pet cat, somebody somewhere's got to have some compassion. Even the least animal centric person nobody wants to some people do, but generally human beings care for animals. Like, I love seeing that members of the public coming in with a little injured squirrel they've found, and they get so invested in it.
It's really interesting, and I don't know if it's just from my viewpoint of what I see working in the industry from my point of view, or being a pet owner. But I find it interesting, and maybe this podcast will change it for you. And this is not a sales pitch, because neither of us are getting paid for doing this. No. I'm doing this in my own time, right? And it's not sponsored by Sore Paws Veterinary Clinic. It's not. But essentially, I think people don't see enough the connection between the vet being a genuine animal lover. And I'm not saying it's because it's not there. I'm saying it's because, dare I say this, the corporate industry appears to be money, when really the animal owners want it to be care. Mm-hmm. I get it's a business, But hearing the fact of your story of wanting to, the value of that to me would make, if I live around the corner here, that would make me come to you as a vet.
Yeah.
Like genuinely, because A, it's a story of you followed the passion, and B, it's really you went to fix a problem, and it I don't know. How many people do you think now, as a percentage, who qualify as a vet are genuine animal lovers? Do you think?
Every single one of them.
Do you think
Yeah,
so?
yeah, because...
That's brave. Some
Do you
are
know
in
what?
it for
Hear
the
me out.
money. I'm going to give you...
You don't do this for the money, trust me. If I'd have put
Surely.
this level of work, energy, effort into the level of education I have in a different industry, God, I'd have way more money.
But do you not think that some people would say that now? Do you not think that some people are doing it for money?
So...
For pure financial gain?
I can't see how you would do that. You would pick something else.
Would you?
Yeah,
Is
you
it that
would.
bad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you think, right, so a majority of vets become vets because they don't like people.
I should have been a vet.
You can't say that in your interview, though, because vet schools won't take you. So you have to say, I like working with people and animals. Because
that's
COVID
lying.
aside, they don't come in with a debit card and a list of histories, like presenting symptoms on their collar. The dog walks in and there's a person at the end of the lead. So you get the animal exposure, but and then your team is all people as well. So you do have to like people as well. But majority of vets become vets because they want to help animals and they want to work with animals.
But that makes me feel better about the world.
Let me talk you through this because let's unpack this. So vets, the industry's changed massively. So it used to be a vet was a pillar of the community,
Yeah.
highly revered,
I like that.
necessary because if you're a farmer, your animals are your livelihood, so you need your vet in order to sustain your livelihood.
Yeah.
Horses, quite often utility animals, working dogs. The landscape's changed. We've already mentioned that earlier on.
They're now
It's now
pugs in handbags.
Yeah. You've got like your dog's your best friend, your cat's your only companion. But now society's different. You can't get into this job for the money because the very small profit margins. You don't make a huge amount of profit. There's a lot of reasons why that's the case. It's an expensive service to provide. Like one of my friends used to work in ICU at the RVI, and she said one day in ICU costs £26,000, and that was years ago. A cesarean on a human is about £12,000. Medical care is expensive, and we give it's such a concession to make it accessible. We could be rich, but people just wouldn't pay it. So we do.
Do you think then that in the same, for instance, because everybody moans about vet bills?
Because it's relative, isn't it? So let's just say I said to you, right, I'll give you a brand new Ford Fiesta
No thanks.
for two. Well, it's
Can we not
an
think about a
example.
car?
Well, pick whatever car you want, right?
Right, well.
I'll give you this brand new car for £200. Like it's got no miles on the clock, brand new. What would you say to me? £200. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That is excellent. Let's just say I can save your cat's life for £200. That's expensive, that, isn't it? What makes you say that? What are you basing that on?
What's the cost of a life?
Yeah. And the value of what they're getting. So, I mean, it's a bit more than £200. I would say probably about 600 in our clinic we've got a male cat. He's got a block bladder. So getting him straight in to see the vet, £42. A comprehensive blood screen, which shows us his kidney values, his electrolytes, £120. IV fluids, £160. Hospitalisation, sedation, placing a urinary catheter, pain relief, about £600. That's really expensive. That, yeah, but the materials, specialist equipment, you've got the medications. You're paying for the years, not the minutes that you're getting with the vet and the nurses. Just bloody hell, having the facility to receive that client into a room on a table with a computer system, it's a very expensive service to be able to provide. And I tell you now, the profit margin is really, really small. But it's the lack of value and appreciation. People are like, oh, they're not expensive for what you're getting.
I
It's
think-
just this failure to appreciate the value.
I get it. I completely understand it. I hear it all the time because of my connection to the industry. People somehow think I have something to do with it, which I don't, but because I'm in the industry, I get it all the time. I went to so-and-so and it's 600 quid, I went to so-and-so and it's 400 quid, this, that and the other. And to be honest, because I am an irrational animal lover, my answer is always the same thing, is, you know, that value is cheap or expensive. It's irrelevant.
Yeah.
Can you afford it?
Yeah. And then
Can you actually afford it?
Yeah.
Can you afford to do it? And if you can, and that person is as important as that human being stood next to him, get it paid, shut up and stop moaning.
Yeah.
And why have you not got pet insurance?
Yeah. And why didn't you think about this when you took on the responsibility
Because they're idiots.
of being a pet? And that's never going to go away. People, it's so exciting. Getting a new baby in the family, a little puppy or a little kitten, and they buy a nice little bed and a little collar, and oh, it's amazing. But then when it comes to, and you'll spend thousands now on a puppy, but then the 40 quid for his first vaccine, oh, I don't have it. I've spent it all. It's frustrating, but people are never going to change. People are always going to do this.
I'd put them on a registry and ban them from keeping animals.
Yes, well, I think just having a little more accountability when you take on that. Don't get blinded by the excitement, because it's lovely getting a puppy.
Yeah, it's responsibility.
It is. It's responsibility and accountability. You are assuming responsibility for that life, and you need to be prepared for whatever happens in that life. And as we know, life isn't fair, and shit happens.
Shit happens far too much.
Yeah, and just even if you think you're not going to be able to afford that, like you say, get pet insurance, get a credit card, and just have it for in case of an emergency.
Well, it's funny really, because you know, there's animal lovers and I think there's true animal lovers. Because at the end of the day, you know, if I was in a situation with my dog and I couldn't afford whatever, ask me the question, would I break the law? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ask me, would I go outside and nick your shiny Porsche to go and pay for my dog? 100%.
Yeah.
I'd have no morals or values about it. Because,
And there are pet owners like that.
And because the truth of it is, I sound like a complete moron, but you're either family or you're not.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, you know about little Robbie's accident.
Yep.
So, for the listeners, my 2-year-old climbed out of his bedroom window that had a child lock on it.
I think we're going to need to do a bolt.
We need a
It's got a
series.
child lock on it and climbs out the window.
12 centimetre gap, and my 2-year-old is not a small child. We still don't understand how he's done it. He fell 15 foot and landed on the concrete drive, and he completely smashed the back of his skull in. And he was awake and conscious, but we obviously had to take a little ride in an ambulance to hospital, where he spent 5 days in a medically induced coma. So they call it neuroprotection. It was to protect his brain from swelling and kind of damage. And if you'd have said to me, we will guarantee that your baby's going to wake up absolutely fine, but we want your house, your car, and your business. Take
Bye-bye.
it. Take it all.
Bye-bye. Yeah.
Take it all.
In a heartbeat. And, you know, I get that.
Because you can't replace a life.
Have we got locks on the windows now?
There was locks on anyway.
Well, how did he open it?
It had like a child lock on, so it opened 12
Were you at work?
centimetres.
You
No,
were at work?
I was in the house. I'd literally just left his bedroom. I thought he was asleep in bed. So yeah, it was horrific. But again, he's absolutely fine. I survived it.
There's a lot of I survived it.
Well, that's life, isn't it? Survival. That's
Yeah, you've had 400 years of life in your 38 years
Oh
of
God,
life.
we haven't even scratched the surface, Mark. But we have a tendency to judge, but you have to walk a mile in these people's shoes before you start judging, and like experience and time and kind of growing up, maturing. I'm a lot less sort of quick to judge these people that come through the door. They've come in for my help. Like, there's no sense in bolting, locking the stable door after the horse is bolted.
Yeah.
Like, we're here now. Like, what have we got to work with?
I've got a question. What's your bad debt list like?
Oh, terrific. We've just checked it this morning.
How big is it?
Yeah.
You're going to share?
It's about 100 grand I'm owed.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
You've got 2 practices?
Yeah.
100 grand?
yeah.
Okay.
And it's always quite high.
Who's in charge of that collection?
So we have a third-party debt collection agency
Right.
that we use, and the branch managers manage the debt. But yeah, and that's never going to change. People.
But you accept 100 grand.
What? Sorry.
You accept 100 grand as being your ongoing debt.
I don't accept it. I would prefer it to be a hell of a lot less than that. But again, like, I've had to make my You've got to. The things that I can't control or change, I have to accept.
Is this don't sweat this bullshit?
Yeah, well, it's big shit, but it's shit that I, on my own, cannot change. Mm-hmm. So the team
If you can't control it, don't sweat it.
Yeah, because this is what drives you nuts. This is how you get burnt out as a vet.
Right.
Clients are always going to get pets they can't afford. Clients are always going to try every trick in the book to avoid paying their bills. That's not going to change. All that I can change is how I respond to that. But not lose my compassion. So I get people who come in and they're like, oh yeah, like, please save my dog, please save my dog. I'll pay the £1,500 for the foreign body surgery. And you want to believe them. And it's never the people you expect as well.
Is it not?
No.
Do you ever see yourself losing your compassion?
No.
What would you do if you did?
Quit, because that's time to retire.
Okay.
You can't do this job without a heart.
Is that across the board?
As in, like, every.
Are you saying to me that every vet, in your opinion, that's out there is doing it with heart?
Uh-huh.
That's a big statement.
I've never met a vet who doesn't give a crap about animals or their clients.
So nice to hear. As a pet owner.
Yeah.
So.
But we get vilified.
Oh yeah.
Because we have to be pragmatic and practical. Yes, I know you want to send your cat for an MRI because it's probably got a brain tumour, and I know you want to pay for the surgery, but you don't have £18,000.
Yeah.
And that's not. It doesn't make me a bad person to say to you, yeah, we'll do it, and take your promises that you're going to pay. That doesn't make us bad people. It doesn't mean that we don't care, but that's what people do. They feel guilty and frustrated, and they take it out on somebody else.
You have to have someone to blame.
Rather than saying, I've fucked up here, I should have got pet insurance.
Yeah.
I should have brought the cat in sooner.
Take responsibility.
Yeah, they don't do that.
No.
Some of them do.
No.
And they're the ones that were like, oh, don't blame yourself. Yeah, the vets are like, oh, don't blame yourself.
I think a lot of it is, the animals tend to have, in that situations like that, more brains than the owners.
The reason why vets quit is because they care too much. Not because they don't care enough.
But in your experience, do vets make good business owners?
No, the worst.
So that was a loaded gun. I asked that question.
Yeah. I think that's why
Are you a better vet or a better businesswoman?
Better vet. Aaron. That's why Aaron does the business management, because he doesn't have that vet brain.
Right.
He has the business and the people and the responsibilities. That's what he sees. He sees the bills that we need to pay.
He didn't just create a job for him, so he had a job. He actually has use.
100%. Hey, he created the practice health plan, and that earns his money and some. He's a little powerhouse in his own. Don't you think?
A little powerhouse.
Yeah. Oh, don't tell him I said that, God. Big, muscular, manly powerhouse.
Big, manly powerhouse.
Oh, he's comfortable in his masculinity.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, I think that's why this works so well. And honest to God, we nearly fell out big time when he first joined Sore Paws.
Because he wanted to change everything.
Yeah, and I was too much of a control freak. I couldn't let go. Because I'd fought so hard to hold on to Sore Paws through the thing with my parents and COVID.
No one else was coming for it.
No, it's mine. And you want out there, I'm not letting you in. But then I realised I was just as bad, if not worse. Yeah, I was just as bad, if not worse. So then we had to have a very candid conversation like, right, what is your job? What is your role? Because he was treading on my toes, I was treading on his, and we were not working well together. So we had to really outline, this is what you're going to do, this is what I'm going to do. Stay in your fucking lane. And it took a while, but we got there.
Do you actually argue?
Oh, God, like cat and dog.
Yeah.
Oh, there's teeth and hair flying.
Literally, veterinary teeth and hair flying. Yeah. And it's all business stuff.
Not always.
Well, that ain't parenting.
No, not parenting. We never argue about that. Not
What
once.
do you argue about?
We argue about
Is it
money.
majority?
Yeah, money.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, it's always money.
I was expecting more.
He will come out with like the most outrageous suggestions. So I'll give you an example. He wanted on his practice health plan, which he developed and created himself.
What is a practice health?
Practice health plan. So basically, the clients pay a monthly subscription.
Okay. Yeah.
And then they get. So for example.
So many consults and all that kind of
Well,
stuff.
not the consults. So it was vaccines, health checks, nail clips, anal glands, flea and wormers, all that jazz. He wanted to make consults free to practice health plan members, and I hit the roof. I was like, are you nuts? I was like, we're already struggling, like fighting against the tide of clients who already undervalue massively our skill and expertise. I was like, you're going to undermine the profession. It's a terrible idea. People will abuse it. Like, you can tell you're not a vet. This is an awful idea. And he was like, exactly, I'm not a vet. And this is why I can look at it from a different perspective. He was like, trust me. So he gave me his little business pitch, and I was like, well, we'll try it, right? And I ate humble pie big time, Mark.
Did you?
Yeah. It was a really good call. And it works. And he was right.
Oh, but that hurt.
It did hurt. But again, this is why Sore Paws is special and different to the majority of other practices.
So explain it to me. So you pay a subscription each month?
Yeah.
And that gets them a consult and...
So the practice health plan as we have it at the moment, if you, for example, it's £14.50 a month for your cat, and you get its annual vaccines free, 6-month health checks free, all of its flea, worm and tick lice prevention free, and we post it out of the house, microchips free. And if you pay an extra £5 a month, so you pay £19.50, you get unlimited consults with the vet.
How can that? So that's 20 quid a month. But how much was your consult?
£42.
How are you making any money?
Because what we want is, rather than sit and think. So the number one principle, number one value of Sore Paws is do what's best for the pet. Right. Treat the pet right, you don't have to worry about money.
So it's prevention more than cure?
Yeah. And also, like, when we're treating the pet, not the client. So the client doesn't want to have to give their dog tablets. Well, that's what's best for the dog, so that's what we're going to do. And that's our rule.
That's what we're going to do.
Yeah. And that's what it's about, collaborating with the client. And there's so many moving parts, and that's what's stressful and really hard work for us vets is you've got to ingratiate the client, find out their personal circumstances, prioritise the pet, and work with the client and their budget and what they're prepared to do and their beliefs and their wants and needs to come up with a plan moving forward which is best for the pet, but all stakeholders, the vet's not kind of doing something that they consider unethical, and everybody gets out of it what they need, and that's the skill. That's the hard part.
So the success of the business is the fact that you've made your business personal.
Uh-huh.
Fair to say?
Yeah. Keep the prices fair, offer really good service, prioritise the pet.
So what's
practice
next?
Good medicine.
What's next?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Another branch somewhere?
I thought about that, but I have a few geographical regions that have a Sore Paws deficit. There's areas in the northeast. Sore Paws deficit, yeah.
I love that.
There's areas that would really benefit from having a Sore Paws practice in them. At the minute, I've got so much I want to do with both sites. So Newton Aycliffe's new will have only been in it a year as of the 1st of November. There's still lots that I want to do with that place and that space. And Winlayton, the pub, we've now massively outgrown. We've got the supply, we've got the demand, we've just got nowhere to physically do the work. So I want to build a big extension at Winlayton and completely remodel the space there and make it a better sort of
customer experience
better for the pets. So at the minute at Newton Aycliffe, I've got a separate cat and dog waiting room and a separate cat and dog ward, and I've got somewhere to put the prey species. So we put them in the isolation kennels so they're away from the cats and dogs. Winlayton, they're all bundled in together. So I want to separate the species so that the cats aren't as stressed, the dogs aren't disturbing the rabbits, and just for the flow, to make it work a little better. The dispensary's nowhere near reception, so I want a kind of a space where that works a bit better. There's 2 nurse consults that have only one door in and out, which is a bit challenging. So
Only one door in and out.
because of the space, there wasn't really space to have
Oh, right, okay.
a sort of a staff entry and exit to the room, which you kind of need because it's a bit unsavoury to discuss. But if you've got a dead body in a room, you don't want to be carrying it out through the waiting room, do you?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
No. Got it. Right, okay. I was trying to picture in my head what you were talking. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. No.
So, yeah, and it's a big building. It's got loads of potential. And I need to focus on there a little now because my focus has been on building the new Newton Aycliffe site, getting that up and running, and getting the team settled and sorted and making the most out of that. And then turn my sights onto Willington and build that and make that bigger and better. And we've got the mobile service now, which we've kind of soft launched. Yeah, so we've got a couple of fully equipped vans.
Right.
And we want to put a lot more energy and effort
What goes
into
out
that.
in the van?
So we've got a fully equipped lab, ultrasound, and basically it's for people. So
Old days with dogs at home that can't get in there.
and not just that, like I'm a mum, right? Imagine me trying to get both kids in the car, the cat in its box.
So you go out to them with a vet?
Yeah, the vet and the nurse go out in the van.
Okay.
Now,
Sounds
do you-
expensive.
It's not that expensive. So it's £95 as opposed to 42.
What, to come to my house?
Mm-hmm. The convenience is with it. So do you use Just Eat?
Never. Look at me. I'm a body's a temple.
So
Yeah, of course.
Just Eat. You ran out of milk. You can't be asked to get your clothes on and go down to Tesco. So you order it on Just Eat grocery shop, don't you? And you'll pay the £1.99 delivery fee.
Never done it.
So we've all done it. Or you're having a house party and you ran out of beer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
done that.
Yeah. So do a beer order. So we live in an age now where people would rather pay for the convenience. So we were like, why don't we? And it's great. I would much rather have the vet come out to see my cat rather than trying to wrangle the kids and get them in the car.
To be honest, it's not just convenience, is it? Really, it's getting to the
personal
point where
touch.
it's a personal touch, and the dog doesn't like going in the vet. My dog doesn't like.
No, of course I don't.
And would I pay another £40 to have the vet come to my house, the vet nurse? 100%.
Yeah. Again, that was another one of my brainchilds.
That wasn't him.
No, it was me. But he executed it. He sorted out the
But
van.
you're the brains. He's just going to right. You can make that work now.
He's also the brains because he'll tell me, right, Aaron's catchphrase is, the problem with that is. The problem with that is.
So you are the ideas,
Yeah,
and he goes, the problem with that is. I think I've heard him say that.
All the time. You'll notice it now. I've pointed it out. The problem with that is, and I'm like, oh, here we go. I don't
You're so
want problems,
negative.
Aaron. I want solutions.
Yes, solutions.
You can, so long as, right, you're not fixed on the path you take. I want to get from where I am now to where I want to be. I don't care how I do it. And I don't care how much work, time, money, effort.
What's the end? What is?
Who says there has to be an end?
Right, all right. This isn't a Disney film, princess. So, what? If I said to you now, because you've gone past your expectations, right? If you were honest, way past.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, living the dream. Right. Look at the house, beautiful house, nice cars to drive. Got the
Holiday
perfect kids. Holiday home.
Dream job.
Cat sat over here living
Yeah.
the dream. Everything's good. Is it just a case of, is there bigger, or is there just making this perfect, enjoying it? What's the priority? Is it family or is it business?
It's lifestyle.
Okay. Holidays. 'Cause you like to travel.
Oh, I like my holidays. Yeah, I like to travel the world.
So you do have a further plan.
I've always got a project. I love it. I love seeing the fruits of my labour. I like to be productive.
Right.
But it's not just selfish means. I love training nurses and seeing them qualify. I love having vet students come in. And one of my vet students he's been working for me for 3 years and we've just promoted him to senior vet.
Right.
And seeing him struggling to do a bitch spay And as a third year vet student, as every third year vet student would, I made him do an enucleation and he nearly fainted.
Oh, I don't know what enucleation is.
Taking an eyeball out. He was a
God.
third year vet student. I was like, come on, you can do this. Because I'm a big believer in that. Like, get stuck in. Like, do it now when you've got me. Because one day you're going to have to do this and that you won't have a me.
So this is history repeating itself.
Yeah.
I can remember, actually, when you had your DR panel, and it was... I don't know how it ended up with me and Ben at that practice. And I think you were, like, flying around the practice. I remember this vividly, because Ben had just joined the business. He used to be a medical oxygen engineer. And I was like, vets are a different ball game, right? Going into a vet, you never know. And I can't remember whether it was you. I think it was you. We had this big DR panel, and you went, I'm doing a dental with that in 5 minutes. And Ben went, dental? With that? That won't go in anything's mouth. And I was like, look, I know her. This is before I knew you really well. We're going to have to make this work. And he was like, how are you getting this massive A4 piece dental paste? And he was like, I said, what we're going to do is, we're going to wrap it in cling film. Where are we getting cling film from? Go next. Wasn't there a shop somewhere near you?
Yeah.
We cling filmed it. We went next door. It was a brand new 25 gram piece of kit. Cling filmed the corner of it. And I didn't even see you again. In fact, you were gone. All these nurses were just like, make that work. And I remember the nurse coming in going, and look at this dog. Please be a big dog. Please be a big dog. And he was frigging tiny.
Yeah. But we made it work though.
I think it was like a chihuahua or something. And
We'll put the corner of the plate in its mouth, yeah.
It must have been 2 centimetres of DR plate. And you could hear it like on the teeth going, and I'm trying not to scratch it. And it was a case of, he said, right, okay, well, can we take the x-ray now? I went, no, mate, we're in the room. We got lead aprons in here. Don't know. Well, we're not going to break the law, are we? No, absolutely not going to break the law. We're going to position this animal. This vet nurse is going like, what are you doing, my dog? And she was like, shall I do it? I was like, yeah, okay. And she repositioned the animal. We went out of the room and it was like, bang, took the image. And he was like, that's not going to work, is it? I was like, if we're going to be here till it does work. And then the picture came on the screen. And you went past again, looked at it, you went, thanks very much. And I thought, do you know what? These vets.
Yeah.
These vets.
See what I mean, though? Like, you were like, this isn't going to work. And I was like, I know it will. Trust me.
Oh, no, it's him that said to me it's not
yeah.
going to work. I'm, 20 odd years as a field engineer, make it work.
Yeah.
You know?
And Aaron and I have problem-solving brains. So being an engineer of machinery,
yeah.
and I'm basically an engineer of biological machines, it's all very similar. And the concept, this is why, like our son Christopher, he is so smart, and it's because he listens to the kind of conversations that we have. I mean, he's clearly just on his own. He's a very smart kid, but the upbringing he's had, he's watched us kind of tackle these problems head on.
I think it's a life lesson, really. It's very much monkey see, monkey do. Mm-hmm. And you and to be honest, I don't think we realise how much they're absorbing. My service team at work, when I walk past them, they're 3 20-odd-year-old girls, and I can say, I have proud moments with them every single day where I walk past them. I hear them having technical conversations where I think, where have you got that from, right? And it's like proud. I sound old now. It's like proud dad moment, because I can hear him going, yeah, if you unplug this from here, you'll hear 3 beeps, da 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 da. And I think, she's telling them how to completely bypass an uninterruptible power supply. These are not technical people. They are now.
Yeah.
They are now. And 9 times out of 10, dare I say, they can do sometimes hear and think, that's a better description than what our IT department's giving.
Yeah.
If our IT department hear this now, I won't get any thanks for that. But that's the truth of it, because they're absorbing it.
Yeah.
My daughter, Heather, she will say things to me, and I think, you're getting on the borderline side of sounding disrespectful in the way that you're talking to me. And then the wife will go, she's you. And I look at it and go, oh God, yeah.
I love it when
She's
you hear them.
She's got opinions and got views. She wants to get around the dinner table now. And it's 15, a full-blown political conversation.
Yeah.
Abortion rights, woman's body, woman's mind. My God.
In the car the other day, Christopher, I was listening to LBC and Nigel Farage was on.
Oh, yeah.
And Christopher goes, Mummy, what's a migrant? And I was like, it's somebody who moves from one country to another. And then he was listening to what Nigel Farage was saying about removing the indefinite leave to remain.
Yeah.
And Chris said, now I know you've got to learn the hard way, but that sounds a bit harsh. And it was just the expression, I know you've got to learn the hard way. And then talking about electrical kind of intuition, we've got a lodge in Northumberland, and we go weekend school holidays. It's brilliant. It's a really nice place where we can just kind of go and chill out and switch off. And Christopher wanted to play on his Nintendo, and he was asking me, how do I set up my Nintendo, Mummy? I was like, I don't know, because I've never done it before. I was like, why don't you ring your dad and you can ask your dad? So I rang Aaron on the phone, and Chris was 5. And Aaron, he's in the Freemasons, and he was in the car with another Freemason. They were going to like a meeting. And Aaron gave Christopher instructions over the phone, like, can you see the HDMI port on the back of the... And he's like, yes, Daddy. He's like, plug that in there. Yeah. And then he did it, and he got it on, and he was like, brilliant, thanks, Daddy. And then he hung up the phone, and then away he was playing on his Nintendo. And Aaron filled me in on the conversation he had with his friend Neil in the car. Neil was like, and how old's he? He was like 5. And he was like, that's impressive, that is. And I was like, yeah.
Knows what HDMI port
and
is.
just because... And that's kind of the way we are. Like, if... Christopher's got that too. I want to play Nintendo. How do I get my Nintendo? How do I get from
point A to point B? And you know what? That's something really that, you know, getting what you want and not having it handed to you.
Yeah.
You know, or finding a way to get it handed to you is
I think
a smart move.
Entitlement is something that I'm seeing more and more of. And it's not just clients, it's members of staff as well, and just in society in general. I think we're developing into a society of entitled people. We expect and demand rather than grafting hard and getting
and you kind of hope there are people that are like us that with our kids teach them graft equals success.
Yeah.
Right.
And it doesn't, and I understand a lot of people feel like they've been sold a dream that doesn't exist, but
reinvent yourself, start again, shake yourself down.
Yeah, you try it that way. It doesn't work. Don't quit.
No, you don't. Well, you don't
try it a different way.
You don't. Yeah, you don't get paid for crying in your soup.
Yeah,
it's not a pity party.
No, and resilience as well.
Resilience. Yeah.
Failure is going to happen.
Yeah, accept it.
Yeah,
embrace it. Learn from it. Move on. I think that's very much a generational thing. That, to be fair, you kind of look at it and you think, you know, this country goes to war right now. Unfortunately, it's probably going to be me, you and Aaron that's going, come on, then, is that the best you've got?
And Chrissy.
Yeah.
I know you've got to learn the hard way, Mummy.
and a lot of other people running the opposite direction going, I can't do that because, I don't know, I've got some sort of disorder that I've just made up.
That's why you need leadership.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's lacking in a lot of industries. There's a lack of leadership. Don't just say it,
have a track record to do it. Go back and keep proving the point that you can cut it. Lead by example.
Yeah.
And I think that's really important.
And leadership doesn't mean, I've found this, whenever we promote people into leadership roles, they think being a good leader is being a boss. Being a good leader it's like little puppies, right? You'll often find when you get a little puppy and they hear a loud, scary noise, they look up at you as if they're like, what do we do, boss? And then if you're going, oh my God, yes, it's just right to be terrified, the puppy's going to go, oh my God, we're doomed.
You always get that thing, and there's this analogy, isn't there, where, you know, something kicks off in the room and you get the person who sits there silent, who says nothing. You get the other person who screams the place down.
Yeah.
And you get the other person who's waited 5 seconds and thought, right, okay, this is my plan.
Yeah.
And that this is my plan person. And it's interesting because be it at home or be in your professional life, you know, you do always get a bunch of people that look at you. And of one of the things that I've always done in my career, and it probably sounds really wrong now, and it's a completely inappropriate thing to say, but, you know, and I'm giving away a secret as well, which is probably a mistake, is when somebody says, what we're going to do, I never say I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's all right to say I don't know, but I know how we can find out.
Well, there's 3,000 contacts in that phone because I've got 25 years in the industry.
Yeah.
I can ring someone up. I never say I don't know. It's like, you need to give me a minute. And I literally, in that minute, I'm either calling someone because you've got a big network of people who will support you, or you're thinking, okay, Because there's no situation, as far as I'm concerned, that isn't irreparable.
Yeah.
Right? I can, and I class them same ones, whereas where I can't fix it, I'm limiting damage. Mm-hmm. Because the outcome's the outcome. And to be fair, I think that's a skill.
Yeah.
I think it's a long-term skill. I need to ask you your question.
Come on then, hit me.
So, right, your final 3 questions, because we've chewed the fat for over 2 hours.
Oh my goodness, it doesn't even
I
feel like it,
there
does
could be a part 2, 3 and 4.
Absolutely.
And I dread to think if I was
I didn't even tell you how we came across this house. I bought this when Aaron was at sea.
Well, not again. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to
That's
tell
why he stopped going, because he was like, what you going to do next time?
I was going to say, I'd take your credit card off you, to be fair. or make sure just
Do you think that would stop me, Mum?
No, you'd sell a kidney or something. I dread to think. Right, I've got your final 3 questions,
Come
which
on,
I
then.
did pick specifically for you.
Ooh.
And I'm going to leave you with all about you that it tells us.
And I bet none of that prepared you for the conversation we've had.
No.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say the question set that I had for you, I think I got as far as question number 1. Because to be honest, I like to just sit and have the conversation.
Yeah.
These are just notes. I occasionally glance at them and go, covered that.
So,
I might as well just put that away.
I love, right, felt out when I went down this whole psychology interest, I went down a rabbit hole of learning about how the FBI train. And one of the sort of training tasks they get set is they need to extract a certain bit of information from somebody, but they are not allowed to ask a question. So one of the techniques they use is they make statements. So they'll say, like, let's just say they need to find out how much a melon costs, and they've got to get that from, like, a shop assistant. So they'll go over to where a shop assistant's standing in the fruit and veg aisle, and they'll say, oh, it's been a bad year for harvest, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And then the shop assistant will start talking about, like, and it's a really recognised technique, and I use that with staff to try and extract information I want from them. They don't even see me coming, Mark.
I used it with you.
Yeah. And that's why I recognise that. That's why I'm saying it, yeah.
Right, okay, that's where you... Yeah. There's a book called Too Much, Too Soon, Too Close, I think it's called, by an ex-FBI guy.
Yeah.
Which is about getting the information that you want, but making it conversationalist without them feeling like it's an exam. And to be fair...
And they give the information freely, and they don't realise that they've...
Yeah, and the truth of it is, and I've read that book, like, cover to cover, and I understand the whole thesis of it. The truth of it is, and I've read many of these books, right? Even before I started going down this road of qualifying to be a counsellor, you know, the psychology interests me, right? People interest me. I've worked in environments of 25 years in veterinary. I worked in the ambulance service. I worked as part of an emergency response team in kids' home, de-escalating kids, you know, stopping them.
And you say you don't like people?
I can't stand them.
Yeah. You're doing a pretty poor job of showing it.
I'd like to caveat it with the ambulance service. I do my ambulance for 10 minutes and then you're gone.
Yeah.
Next patient, bum, bum, bum. I couldn't have worked in a hospital.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. 10 minutes. ERT, my classification, because I have a counsellor who's my mentor, who also says you're going to be the worst counsellor in the world because you talk too much. But aside of that, I'm trauma addict.
Yeah.
Yeah. Work and the
chaotic home environment as a child.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Same as me.
And to be fair, if things are going smoothly at work, bored. I need to go and create my own trauma.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and to be fair, ambulance service, trauma.
You're addicted to the chaos because that's what feels
100%. People
like
around
home.
me are like, I'm going to retire. What are you going to do? I'll get a little job at Asda, and I'm like, the horror.
Yeah.
Like, a little job at Asda. Are you serious? If I've not got my phone going all the time, people screaming, you know, death, destruction, end of the world type stuff, dog on table. You know, veterinary's good for me.
Yeah.
Ambulance wasn't enough. There's too much quiet time. Sounds ridiculous in this day and age. Yeah. The ERT in kids' homes was very traumatic. You know, talking kids down when they're jumping off buildings, and you know that was pretty heavy. But again, too much quiet time. It's odd to say that the veterinary industry has satisfied my need for trauma.
Because it's so intense.
And because for the
and
bit
no
that
two minutes, never mind 2 days, no 2 minutes are the same.
Never the same. And the truth of it is having an engineering team and a sales team and all these people, and then the vets themselves, and then all the connections to the vets. I find myself And also with suppliers and different people, different countries, it's day and night. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I often walk into my day job at like 10:30 in the morning, and people are like, "How's he get away with that?" Well, one, he's the boss, and two, my last text message I can show you is me having a conversation with somebody in China at 4 a.m. this morning. That's my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was on my honeymoon, nearly got divorced on my honeymoon from my wife because I was reading emails in the Seychelles.
Yeah.
And it was like, you're going to make a choice, right? That when you're at work. But there's a line in your honeymoon sit.
Yeah.
And I thought, Jesus Christ.
That's a fair point, that honeymoon.
It was a very fair point, yeah. Because I addicted to trauma, addicted to work, addicted to the industry. And, it's odd to say, really, that you'd think I'd fill that with the ambulance service.
Yeah.
Because that was, some of that stuff was pretty horrific.
Oh, I bet.
And dealing with people and trauma and suicides and Christ knows what, things that I shouldn't have dealt with at my rank.
Yeah.
In any way, shape or form. We had no training, kind of made me want to fix that problem, learn myself.
Yeah.
And that's how I ended up going down this road. But yeah, it's interesting that it's ended up as the veterinary profession.
Yeah.
But
I don't think Aaron ever expected to be in the vet profession. I mean, he's been in it 6 years now.
Has he?
Yeah.
And it's funny, really.
And he teaches me stuff about it now. Like because he's so well entrenched. Mm-hmm. And he's so well connected.
You don't realise how much you know.
And how many skills you need to draw upon. Because we say this, we need a fly on the wall documentary in our place. Because never mind what happens with the clients and the pets. Then you've got the staff. I mean, God, we've had all sorts over the years. We've had staff with cancer, and we've had.
There's people.
Yeah.
The thing of it is, it's real people, and there's so many things. And my perspective is different. I've got vets on the phone kicking off. Your engineer's not here yet. Well, really sorry about that. They're just cutting him out of a van on the M6.
Oh Christ!
And they're going and.
Where's your compassion there?
Yeah. It's like and. I've got a business to run. This machine isn't. And you're like, oh wow, and it's difficult.
I did have a client not care that my vet had died.
See, this is why I don't like people.
Yeah.
But
then I see the most beautiful side of human nature as well. Like
when
with the clients, like when Robbie had his accident, I came in on Bank Holiday Monday. We were shut, but I came in for this lady to do a dressing change on her dog's wound because I was really invested in the dog and in the lady, and she was absolutely blown away that I'd taken the time to come. She bought bags of toys for both the kids.
There are some nice people.
There's a lot of nice people, and everybody has, like, we're talking about, like, there's negative and positives. There's always a spectrum. People are the same. You can have someone who's the nicest person in the world, but catch them in their darkest moment, they can be the most hideous person you've ever met. But it doesn't mean they can be just humans. Like you can't define somebody based on, I mean, patterns of behaviour for sure. But like, I've probably had like really bad, terrible moments in my life, and I've had brilliant moments too. But does that mean I'm a bad person? No.
That means that.
Does it make me a good person? I'd like to think it,
maybe.
I'd like to think I'm a good person.
But at the end of the day, the only person who judges that is you and your family.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
I've got these questions for you.
Come on then.
Because I need to end this. I feel like I need an.
You don't need to do anything. It's your
anything.
life. It's your life, Mal.
Listen, I know I won't have a life if I'm not home at a certain time. And I have no idea I'm going to make that home on time now, as it is now. So, what makes you most angry about society?
That is a very difficult and also a very easy question. I think we as a society are very poor. I feel like I've already answered this in the podcast. We're very poor at communicating.
Okay.
And
so the thing that makes you angry is poor communication.
Yeah, because I think if people just got comfortable having uncomfortable conversations, it's is it Murphy's Law? Might be Sod's Law, where you create the situation you're trying to avoid.
Yeah.
So you want to avoid like shit hitting the fan, so you just keep your mouth shut and don't say anything, and then it ends up blowing up in your face because you should have said
that.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, and just emotional immaturity and people's failure to regulate their own emotions. I think we just need to put in the work to grow up and just become better people.
Okay.
Just because you're an adult doesn't mean you've got it sussed. And I just,
Yeah. I don't think you ever have it sussed.
no, and just being patient and kind to each other and helping out where you can. And just a lot of people's default mode is to look out for number one. But if we all look out for each other, you never have to think of yourself, do you?
Okay. Those are the things that make you angry. The lack thereof, all those things.
Just, yeah, people avoiding having uncomfortable conversations.
Okay, so number 2. That was your easy one. That's your starter.
All right, okay.
Yeah, I picked these specially for you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I made that one easy. When was the last time... This is an easy one for you, to be fair, thinking about it now. I did this about 2 o'clock this morning when I was trying to get my brain together. When was the last time you cried of happiness?
Oh, when my little boy woke up from his coma.
Yeah, I mean...
And do you know what his first
Rubbish.
word was?
Go on.
This is the next vet.
McDonald's.
Not McDonald's, not Mammy, cow.
Cow?
It was so cute, I have to tell you this. So he's obviously, like, his little mouth was dry because he's been intubated and he hadn't, like, had a drink in days. So he was, like, trying to speak and I was like, oh my God, he's trying to say something, his mouth's dry. So the nurse gave me this little sponge on a stick and you dip it into sterile water and you kind of wet their lips. So I'm wetting his lips and he just went, cow. And honestly, Aaron and I just burst into tears because I was like, he's back, because my little boy loves cows. And that I was like, did you have some whizzing mad dreams? Like, he must have just been dreaming about cows. And I was like, bless you, my little baby. And I was like, he's okay, he's going to be okay.
He should have woken up and said Ferrari.
Oh, no. He's not interested in cars.
He will be.
Cows, horses. I'm telling you now.
We'll make him interested. Listen, Ferrari, there's a horse on the front.
True.
Where were you... This is a difficult question.
Okay.
Right. And I'm going to caveat this with you either need to be specific and you can't use an answer you already have.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
Where were you when you felt most vulnerable and why?
Ooh, most vulnerable.
And why? How brutally honest do you want to be? You can abstain from answering.
Oh, no. I'm not going to avoid a difficult conversation, Mark.
Yes! Right.
I think... See, vulnerable's not something I generally feel. But I think... Oh, this is a tough one. I think probably when I was pregnant with Christopher and I was on my own and I had literally like it felt like the weight of the world on my shoulders, and I couldn't lean on my mum, which is the person that you would hope would be there for you when you yourself are getting ready to become a mum, and I couldn't lean on my dad, and Aaron wasn't here, and there was nobody. There was people that wanted to help me, but they couldn't. Mm-hmm. And I just thought, I can't believe I've come this far, and I'm gonna be stuffed. Like, what do you do when you're the one in there running the place and you physically can't work? That was horrible, because I just thought, oh my God, I've worked so hard, and I've overcome so many things, and it just felt like everything was crashing down on me, and I just wanted better for myself and for my little baby that I hadn't met yet. And yeah, that was probably it. Like, that tough period of my life. And I could see where it was going as well. I knew that my relationship with my parents was not going to be recoverable. And looking out at the landscape of your life and not having people who should be there and who you want there, but you expect to be there. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they just weren't the people I thought they were.
So the question is that's your most vulnerable, basically being isolated for many different reasons. Mm-hmm. what do you think? And you can't give you because I'm a badass answer, right? What do you think got you through that? If I said to you right now, one sentence, right? No, one sentence. What got you through?
Oh, and my dog of 13 years had just died at this point as well. We didn't mention Bob.
Love you, Bob. So what got you through it? If I said to you one sentence, what's the one thing?
So I'm the kind of person that if you punch me in the face, if you punch me in the face, I would get back up, and we're nearly finished.
It's getting pretty.
What time is it?
It's 3:30.
Oh Christ!
Yeah,
I'll let me. This is the last question, then I can go.
Yeah.
You might have to edit that bit out. So,
Yeah. What did it? What's the one thing that pulled you?
That got me through. I think just I'd already been through a hell of a lot of shit.
Right. So experience.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And just fucking stubbornness. I didn't come this far to only come this fucking far. All right.
So stubbornness, experience, resilience,
and just complete belief. Like, I know it's hard right now, but you will get through it. Yeah, but yeah, I've literally, like, like I was saying to you there, I'm the type of person you punch me in the face, I'll get back up, spit the blood out, and bare my teeth at you. Yeah, like yeah, you literally have to, like, I'll be dead before I stop.
Yeah, or somebody takes your credit card off and stops you buying things.
No, it's still that's still workable.
I know.
It's still workable.
You'd end up selling something else. Right. Okay.
So that concludes part 1 of the series.
I was going to say, I feel like there's so much of a conversation there.
There's lots. So when people say, "Oh, you're so lucky," I'm like, "Oh, bless your heart. You no idea what I've been through, what I've needed to do."
80% of that. And how long have we known each other?
Oh, years now.
Yeah. There's 80% of that I didn't know.
Yeah. And he's even worse. He's deep as the ocean.
Really?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't come across that way. But he's going to be part 2.
There's a reason why he managed to catch me, isn't there?
People have asked that question many times, but I'm not even going to go there with that.
Plenty of fish, wasn't it?
The success. I met my wife on Plenty of Fish, which is...
there's only one fish for me. You're about to do a podcast, chat with him.
Right. Thank you for being here and inviting me to your house.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
It's been like therapy, really, hasn't it?
For both of us.
Yeah.
Right.